Wow, so woke up to news today. U.S. captured Maduro, Venezuela president, or as President Trump calls him, the illegitimate president for Venezuela. So I just thought I'd make a video as well, since I thought that was pretty huge news. I couldn't believe it myself. By the way, we're building a tiny home here. If you want to watch the progress of our tiny home, go to our first channel. It's on YouTube. I guess you type in at Filipino Moments. You'll find our channel where we're giving you updates on our tiny home. But wow, I was thinking, I watched the video, but yeah, the U.S. Capturing Maduro in Venezuela. And President Trump says it's because mainly the kind of like, I guess, the drug lord crimes that he's responsible for when talking about the deaths of so many U.S. citizens with the drugs and things like that. And from my understanding when I watched the video is that they're saying, they gave him many different really good opportunities to give himself up or to work with them in some way to make it more peacefully, but he rejected all of them. And so they went in an operation literally hours ago, and within 30 minutes they had him captured. And what was really surprising to me was that it kind of shocked me, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe put in the comments what you're thinking about all this. But President Trump said they're taking over the USA is taking over Venezuela in the interim. So there was no announcement, okay, we're going to help the other people get in power again, the ones who were in power. It was like a direct, we're taking over Venezuela for a while. So, and he said, and he went on to say, we're also going to, get the resources to help the people, give back to the people of Venezuela, and also compensate the U.S. for things that they consider were stolen from the U.S. as well. But wow, in that one news report, I thought it was huge. It's really, really huge. They got the Venezuela president out, and they say that was illegitimate because, I didn't follow the politics too much, but they said how we got in power was that that U.S. Venezuela president guy Maduro, he banned the other guys, the opposition guys, from even participating in the election. What a way to get back in power, right? He banned the other guys who were his opponents so he could actually get in power, and that's how he got in power. And they say in reality, according to what I watched anyway, they say in reality it was like a 2-to-1 against him in reality if that was to happen, which didn't happen. So, oh my goodness, just so much happening in that news report of Maduro now in custody of the U.S. and the U.S. controlling Venezuela. So I was like, I was thinking about the Philippines. We're in the Philippines right now building this tiny home. And I was thinking years ago, I think the U.S. was kind of in control of the Philippines until it, I think, tried to help stabilize and get them back and give power back to the Philippines again too. So I guess it's kind of a little parallel. I'm not sure. What do you think? Love to hear people's comments in the comment section below. But now with the U.S. taking over Venezuela, is that another place for expats to go for a while? I had that thought too. It's okay, so a lot of expats coming here because it has a lot of the U.S. culture here. No, to a degree. You speak English here in a large part, and there's a lot of similarities that I see. Yeah, even though it's Filipino culture, don't get me wrong, it's totally Filipino culture, but there's a lot of resemblance I see personally with U.S. ways and U.S. I don't know, it just matters the way U.S. is and carries on their ways, and I don't know how to put that in words really, but I see a lot of similarities. Okay, so now that U.S. is taking over Venezuela for a while, is it this a legitimate question? Is that a place for expats to now go for a while, knowing, okay, well, I guess it'll probably be somewhat reasonably safe if the U.S. is going to control it for a while, or Is that really bad news? Like, because there'd be a lot of uprisings. Like, will there be uprisings, or will it be pretty much getting back to stability because the U.S. is going to control Venezuela for a while? And the key is, like, for a while, because we really don't know how long. Anyway, just got a lot of thoughts going in my mind. They got the Maduro out, and now they're going to give the resources back. They're going to, help get extract the mineral resources or whatever, whatever the resources are there, and give back to the people. That's what President Trump said. And they're also going to take back to themselves, just as a recap. And then they're going to control Venezuela. And, is that a good thing? Like, can you now consider Venezuela as a good place to go because the U.S. is going to be in control for a while? It's a thought to think about. Will you be going to Venezuela in the near future while the U.S. controls Venezuela? Is it a new place on the map to travel because of U.S. temporary, loosely ownership? Not that there's ownership. It's not ownership. You know what I mean. Anyway, just got my thoughts going on that one. Will people be going there? Will people take advantage of it to visit now that hopefully it's under a more stable environment because of the U.S.? Or do you think that's a bad thing? Just kind of, thoughts to think about as I seen that news report today. But yeah, they took it over in 30 minutes. They took him away or whatever in 30 minutes. And that U.S. guy, the Venezuela guy, the President Maduro guy. Wow, so much happens sometimes overnight when you wake up. But anyway, let us know in our comments your ideas and your thoughts about this whole thing too. Good, bad, indifferent, how do you feel? And thanks for watching our channel. We'd really appreciate it if you just take time to watch one more video. Just click on the videos tab, go down the channel here and watch one video all the way through from beginning to end. That would really help us with the YouTube algorithm. But anyway, just with this news, I just thought I'd jump on and mention something there too. And thanks for watching our channel. And our first channel, it's Filipina Moments. Again, at Filipina Moments on YouTube. We'll get you there and you'll see some updates to our tiny home. So thanks for watching today. God bless you.